welcome to my house and welcome to my channel. I'm Laura Cepeda and I'm very excited to have all of you like every Wednesday. Today I'm going to show you how you can make this beautiful dress. This is the most beautiful YouTube dress that you are going to see out there, I'm sure. I was thinking what I should do next for this video, and I remember that many years ago I used to crochet this dress for my workshops. If you don't know, well, I started to give workshops in expos and handcraft fairs where everything and all of this started. And the people that know me for previous years, you know that I used to crochet this dress. Before I used to crochet one row with one color and one row with another color. I call this stitch the Parsley Stitch because it looks like the leaves of the parsley, right? Well, here you can put some buttons. Let's don't lose more time. I will give you the material list and then the step by step to start right away. Well, this dress for a 3-year-old girl, we are going to use 300 grams of Rio. This is a fine material and we are going to make it with our hook of number 3 or 3.5 according how you crochet. Remember that if you want to use the same materials that I use in all my videos, here I will leave all the information. Remember that if you want to buy and use the same materials that I use in all my videos, you can visit my online store www.lauracepeda.es. Hello, I have a big announcement to make. I want to share with all of you that now you can download and you can buy all my magazines in this new app of My Ideas. Just you have to download the app of My Ideas and there you can find all the different numbers and all the different volumes that I have made with this amazing editorial. You will see that these amazing magazines are so easy to follow. Remember that these magazines are written by me and I share all the diagrams so you can follow and clearly make these amazing projects with me. So please don't miss it and download all the magazines. Well, we will start from the neck. I'm going to stop a little bit. I'm going to interrupt because I want to tell you that please don't miss until the end of the video because I'm going to share some pictures of my last trip that I made with my family to a beautiful city in France. Hope you enjoyed these pictures as much as I did. Well, to continue with the class, we are going to start from the neck. I'm going to start making 80 chains. I'm going to use the hook of number 3 because I crocheted a little bit loose. In the contrary, if you crochet too tight, please use the crochet hook of number 3.5. Well, see you when we finish the 80 chains. After the 80 chains, we are going to make 2 chains more to go up. So from here we are going to make 1 and 2, then we are going to come back 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th chain we are going to insert our hook and we are going to make extended double crochets of 2 crochets. It is important that we always take the stitch from the below part of the chain, like this. And we are going to continue making extended double crochets of 2 crochets. The chains that we made for the edge, we are not going to count it as an stitch, as an extended double crochet. We are going to start counting from the next one. So we made 13 extended double crochets of 2 crochets and counting the chains that we went up, we have 14, then 2 chains and we are going to make 14 again. So right away where our stitch follows, we are going to continue and we are going to make 14 stitches. As you can see here, I didn't skip any stitch. Well, after the 14 we are going to make 2 chains and right away we are going to start making 25 and this will be the front part of our dress. Look, here I made a diagram so you can see and it will be more easy to explain. So 13, 14, 25 for the front part of our dress and then again 14 and 13 and in between 2 chains of division of each series, okay? So it goes like this. So now, according to our diagram, we are going to continue with the next 14. So we are going to make 2 chains, and right away next to the last stitch we are going to start the 14, and see you when I finish this series. So at the end we are going to make the last stitch from the edge. So we make as it goes. So this will be the yoke of our dress. Remember that we start with 80 chains, so now we are going to continue from here. But this will be part of the neck and the shoulders, then the front part, and from here we are going to start now making the next row. So now for the second row, so we are going to go up with 2 chains, and we are going to make 2 extended double crochets of 2 crochets more. So at the end we will have 3. We are going to start each row and we are going to finish each row like this, making 3, 1 stitch from the edge and 2 more. After this we are going to skip 2 spaces, and in the third we are going to make an extended double crochets, then 2 chains, and in the same stitch 1 extended double crochets to form a V, and skip 2 spaces, and again we are going to make a V, 1 extended double crochets, 2 chains, and in the same stitch 1 extended double crochet. Again, skip 2, and here we are going to make a V. Remember to make this stitch a little bit loose, not too tight. Well, when we arrive here, when we arrive here in between these 2 chains, we are going to make a shell. So 2 extended double crochets, 2 chains, and again 2 extended double crochets inside the 2 chains. So now we are going to repeat this series. We are going to make V's, and when we arrive here we are going to make this shell. 2 extended double crochet, 2 chains, and 2 extended double crochets. So here and here and here we are going to make the shell, and then we will continue with V's. Well, look, here finished the series, and it looks something like this. You must have the same number of beads in this side and in this side too, and also in these sides too, and this will be our front, but you should be careful to have the same number of stitches. Well, now for the third row we are going to go up with 2 chains, and then here we are going to make the 3 extended double crochets that we made in the beginning of each row. Now inside of each V we are going to make 2 extended double crochets of 3 crochets and 3. You are going to repeat this in each V, and when we arrive to the corner it will change a little bit. So see you there. I'm going to hurry up, okay? If you want you can pause the video if you feel that I go too fast. So here we are going to make 1 outside and 2 inside. As you can see, I didn't make any stitch in between. So like this we are going to have 3 extended double crochets, 1 outside and 2 insides. Then 2 chains, and again we are going to make 2 extended double crochets of 2 crochets inside and 1 outside. And then we are going to continue with the V's like this. Inside each V we are going to make 3 extended double crochets, and above each shell we are going to make 1 outside and 2 inside, 2 chains, 2 inside and 1 outside. Look, here I finished the third row. Now we are going to continue with the fourth row. Turn around and we will go up with 2 chains, and always we are going to start making 3, 2 extended double crochets of 2 chains and the 2 chains of the edge. So remember that above the V we made 3 extended double crochets. Now in the middle we are going to create a V, 1 extended double crochet, 2 chains, and 1 extended double crochet again of 2 crochets. And again here right away in the middle of the next 3 extended double crochet we are going to make a V, and again in the middle of the last 3, and like this we are going to continue making bees until we arrive to the corner. It will be a little bit different. So here in the middle of the next 3, I'm going to make a V. And then when I arrive to the shell, I'm going to repeat. So well, first we will finish to make the V. Now here in the shell, we are going to repeat this. 2 extended double crochets, 2 chains, and then 2 extended double crochets. So here we are going to make V inside each 3, and then here we are going to repeat what we made before. We are going to repeat the shell. So we are going to repeat this series, 1 row of bees, 1 row of 3, 1 row of bees, and then the shells in each corner, remember. So we are going to continue making as many rows as we need until we complete the yoke that we want. Okay, if we only count the extended double crochet rows, here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And with these rows, I think that it's enough for the size of the dress that I'm going to make. If you want to make a bigger dress, well, you are going to make more rows and you are going to repeat this series, okay? Remember that with this, you have to take into account that this is the width of your shoulder. So if you make more rows, you are going to increase the width of your shoulder, so you have to take that into account. Other way that you can increase the size of your dress is increasing more chains here in between to make the armhole. So remember that I count these rows of the extended double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And here I'm going to start. I'm just going to crochet this part onto the first increase, and then from here, just let me put my hook here. I'm having a little trouble. From here until here to close the armhole. And here I'm going to continue with this series without making chains in between. So here, if you want to increase the size of your armhole, well, here you can make more chains, maybe 6, 5, 4 chains according to the arm of the girl that you are making this dress for, okay? And this is the half of the back, and now we are going to start making the front of the dress. So now we are going to continue with this series, and this will be our sleeve, and we are going to make the same in the other side. So we are going to continue from here to here, and here we are going to close without making chains, and we are going to complete the sleeve. And then from here we are going to jump until here, and we are going to repeat the same series that we were making in the other side. And when we finish, I'm going to show you the stitch that we are going to make for the skirt. Well, now here I finished with the row of extended double crochets, and here I already closed both sleeves. So now look, I want to put buttons in here to close the back, so that's why we are not going to complete. We are going to leave some stitches so we can join the sleeves like this, and we can put buttons here. So now I'm going to slip some chains. I'm going to slip 4, and until here I'm going to continue. So now we can use this space to put buttons. And now from here we are going to start with the next stitch. We are going to make 5 chains, and then we are going to come back 1, 2, and in the 3rd chain we are going to make the picot. Make sure that you take the below part of the chain. Then in the same stitch we are going to make an extended double crochets of 3 crochets. Take 1, take 2, and bring them through together. 2 chains. Now take these 2 threads and make a single crochet. And again, the extended double crochets of 3 crochets, in the same stitch, and then the picot. 2 chains, and then come back taking both threads and single crochet. And then extended double crochet of 3 crochets, all of them in the same stitch. So far it has to look like this. Again, 1 picot, 2 chains, come back, Take both threads and bring them through, making single crochet. And again in the same stitch we are going to make the last extended double crochet of 3 crochets. So we have 5 extended double crochets of 3 crochets. This is the Parsley Stitch. So we made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extended double crochets and 4 picots. Now we are going to make 3 chains, skip 1, and in the next one insert your hook and single crochet. 3 chains, and again the parsley. So between each parsley we are going to make 3 chains, skip 1, then single crochet, then 3 chains, skip 1, and then start the next parsley. Remember to make this stitch a little bit loose. If you feel that you crochet too tight, well, you should use a crochet hook of number 4 or 3.5 if you are using a crochet hook of number 3. Also, we are going to see if the spaces that we are leaving in between are enough for a beautiful skirt. If not, well, we have to make again this row. We will see. Remember that I'm making this dress with you. So this is the first time that I crochet this dress after many years ago. So I don't remember exactly how many spaces I leave in between, but we will see. I will tell you for now. Let's practice and let's continue making this series. Well, remember 5 extended double crochets and 4 picots, then 3 chains, skip 1 stitch, and then in the next one single crochet, then 3 chains, and the next parsley. Well, now we are going to continue with this series all around. We are going to continue all around until the next sleeve. Well, now at the end of the row we are going to make 3 chains, and look, it is so far it has to look like this. At the end we are going to iron with plenty of steam, you will see. Well, and we are going to insert our hook in the first picot of the first parsley that we made. Now for the second row, so it is important the way we insert the hook. I will show you again. Now take it from the back and make single crochet, then 5 chains, and here in between the last parsley, 1 to here in between the 5, extend a double crochet of 3 crochet, 2 chains more, and then the same stitch, and extend a double crochet of 3 crochets, 2 chains, and then in the last extended double crochet of the last parsley we are going to make the extended double crochet of 3 crochets, and we will have something like this. So it will be in relief. Now instead of having 5 extended double crochets we are going to have 3. Now we are going to make 3 chains and we are going to go right away to the next parsley. This step is very important. You have to take the stitch like this, and then 3 extended double crochets of 3 crochets, 2 chains, again 3 extended double crochets of 3 crochets, 2 chains, and in the same we are going to make the extended double crochet, remember taking in the relief, then 2 chains, and in the last extended double crochet of the last parsley, then again 3 chains, and so far we will have something like this. We are going to continue making this row. Between each extended double crochets we are going to make 2 chains. The only chain that is going to have 3, it's the one in between each parsley. Well, we are going to continue like this, making this row, and then I'm going to stop to tell you how we are going to make the next row of parsleys. Okay, so see you there and continue with this series. Well, here I finished the row. Now at the end of the row we are going to finish with 3 chains. So here I already made them, and we are going to insert our hook in the first extended double crochet, the one that we started the row. Now to continue with the parsley row, we are going to slip until here. So we are going to slip 1 until the middle, of this stitch. So once that we are here, 3, 4, 5 chains, and then 1 picot. Then in the same space, in the same hole, we are going to make the next 4 extended double crochets of 3 crochets. Remember that it's important that we make these extended double crochets of 3 crochets like this, or parsley will look more beautiful. Well, here we have 2 extended double crochets. We are making the third one, then 4, 1 picot, and the last extended double crochets of 3 crochets. Remember that we are going to have 5 extended double crochets and 4 picots. Then 3 chains, and here where we made the 3 chains of division in between these two, here right in the middle, single crochet, then 3 chains, and again the parsley in the middle, here in the V. So like this is how we are going to, our series will continue. We are going to make 1 parsley, 1 mesh, 1 parsley, and like this until we obtain the length of the dress that we want. Well, and so far it has to look like this. Remember that you can make the choke a little bit longer until the waist, so you can make the skirt a little bit different, like a ballerina, but it's up to you. Remember that this is just an idea. I wanted to stop the skirt until the armhole started. So see you when I finish to make the rows that I want. Look, if you count the rows of the parsley, I made 11. Remember that you can make more rows, but I think that this long is good for the project that I want. Well, now we are going to continue with the final touch. I'm going to make 1 row of parsley for the sleeves. Look, I already made this one, and we are going to repeat the same in the other sleeve. I will show you how. Well, before we go with the sleeves, I'm going to show you what I did in the neck. If you want to reduce a little bit, here you can make a single crochet row and skip some stitches in between to close the neck a little bit. If you don't want to close more your neck, well, you're just going to make a single crochet row to give it a final touch. We are going to continue also here where we are going to put the buttons, and like this all around the neck, and with this will we finish the part of the neck. Now let's continue with the part of the sleeves. Okay, here with 1 thread we are going to start making the sleeves. So now here you are going to calculate exactly where you are going to put your first stitch to make the parsley. So here I calculate that here I'm going to make extended double crochet of 3 crochets and then the picot, and then in the same stitch an extended double crochets of 3 crochets, and now here in each extended double crochets we are going to make a picot. So I'm going to make 5 extended double crochets of 3 crochets and 5 picots to complete the parsley. If you want your parsley a little bit wide open, well, you can make more extended double crochets, maybe 6, but you will see, it's up to you. Well, here the last extended double crochet and the last picot. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and with 5 picots. Then insert your hook here in the next stitch, and it will look like this. Right away, go to the next stitch, make your extended double crochets of 3 crochets. Remember not to pull too much the sleeve, because if not the size of your sleeve is going to reduce, and we don't want that. Be careful, and at the end you will have something like this. I made 3, 4, 5. So if I made 5 in the other sleeve, I must have 5 in this sleeve. Okay, so be careful and take that into account. At the end, I'm going to decorate this dress. I'm going to put a beautiful ribbon around it, and if you want, you can iron with plenty of steam. If not, you can leave it like that. Look, here to decorate, I put a ribbon all around it, and it looks beautiful. You can put something else. Then in the back we are going to put the buttons. Well, hope that you have enjoyed making this dress with me. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to share this video if you want. If you have more ideas like this one, please let me know and send me an email to tejiamigas@gmail.com and let me know what you want me to make for the next video. Remember to subscribe to my Laura Cepeda English channel and to my Spanish channel Laura Cepeda. There are sure more projects like this one and many more, and as soon as I can, I make the English version for all of you. Thank you again for watching. Remember that here I will share some pictures of my last trip with my family to Biarritz, a beautiful city of France. So I hope that you like it and I hope that you enjoy these pictures as much as I did. I want to share part of my life with you because you are part of my life too. Well, remember to give me a like, subscribe. Thank you so much and see you the next Wednesday. And don't miss the next video. Bye! Welcome to Biarritz. This is the border between Spain and France. We are very close from Spain, like 2 hours away, and this city is so beautiful. We want to stop by before coming back to Spain. It's a beautiful city next to the beach, next to the sea. It has amazing landscapes and amazing views. We are going to eat something and we are going to visit some of the most beautiful places that Biarritz has to offer. Please come with me. I want to share this moment with all of you. In this place that I want something that reminds me to this place when I came back home. I'm going to buy a little painting. Look at this one of the view after the sunset. Here one person from here from Biarritz is making these paintings here next to the sea, and I love it. I think I'm going to buy this one. With just 10 euros you can have something like this.